Hey, welcome to another junior measurement video. This video is all about land area. Now, the area of land is often measured in meters squared or kilometers squared. If you bought yourself your first home when you're perhaps a little older, you might buy a sort of a typical section size in Wellington, which could be about 600 meters squared. If you wanted to buy the entire, no, if you wanted to walk around the entire New Zealand, New Zealand has an area of about 268,000 square kilometres. Right, now a common unit for land area is called a hectare. A hectare, which has an abbreviation of HA, that's the units or the symbol, is equal to 10,000 meters squared. So 1 hectare is 10,000 meters squared. Just as an idea of how big it looks like, imagine kind of two rugby fields side by side. One rugby field is 100 meters long, 100 meters tall and 50 meters wide. And if I put two of them side by side, it's 100 by 100. So 100 meters by 100 meters is the size of a hectare. Now, to convert meters squared into hectares, if you want to change meters squared into hectares, all you need to do is divide by 10,000. And if you want to work backwards, change hectares into meters squared, you do the opposite, which is to times 10,000. So that's our little flow diagram we're going to use to solve some problems. Right, example 1. How do I change 36,000 meters squared into hectares? Well, 1 hectare is 10,000 meters squared. Here's our flow diagram. We want to change meters squared into hectares, so we need to divide it by 10,000 to get 3.6 hectares. Right, what about number 2? How would I change 4.52 hectares into meters squared? A hectare is 10,000 meters squared, so our flow diagram looks like this. We're changing hectares into meters squared, so we have to times by 10,000. So 4.52 times 10,000 gives 45,200 meters squared. Right, well, number 3, a developer's purchased a large piece of rectangular land that measures 2.5 kilometres by 0.8 kilometres. How many hectares of land does he have to work with? Well, we've got to work in meters. We can't work in kilometers, so we have to change 2.5 kilometers into meters by timesing by 1,000 to get 2,500 meters. We have to do the same with the 0.8 kilometers, times it by 1,000 to get 800 meters. So imagine a rectangle that's 2,500 meters long and 800 meters wide. So how do we work out the area of his piece of land? Just go 2,500 times 800, base times height, and we get 2 million meters squared. 2 million meters squared. Now we're just going to know that a hectare is 10,000 meters squared, and I'll use our flow diagram. We're changing meters squared back to hectares. So we have to divide by 10,000. 2 million divided by 10,000 gives us 200 hectares. He's got 200 hectares of land. Right, this last bit is not vital if you don't learn it, so you're welcome to stop the video now and get on with some questions, but here's a common name for another piece of land. We know hectare is 10,000, but there's another common name called an acre, and it's about 4,046.9 meters squared, which we're going to say is about 40% of a hectare. So here's a last question. Farmer owns 6 hectares of land. How many acres does he have? Well, first of all, let's change 6 hectares to 60,000 meters squared. Now, 1 acre is about 40%, so if I worked out 40% of 10,000, I'd get 4,000, so an acre is 4,000 meters squared. So all I need to do now is divide my 60,000 by 4,000, and it would tell me I have 15 acres of land. Acres is a very old-fashioned word, and some of your parents perhaps still use it, but think of an acre as 40% of a hectare. Cool, thanks for watching.